Do you know what time it is? It's silver and gold time. Let's get straight into it. Do not place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video. Trading is risky and it can cause substantial financial loss. There is no guarantees of making money in the markets, and trading is the most hardest thing you will ever do, and it takes a long time to become a good trader. So this video is just educational only. All right, hey traders, hope you're doing well. I'm recording this on a Monday, public holiday here in Australia, and just getting ready for the week. Public holiday or no public holiday, you know, it's interesting on that public holiday theme, that thought behind a lot of people are in this world, right? They go, well, it's a public holiday, let me take some time off and do nothing and enjoy my life and blah, 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 blah. And then let's go back to a job I hate. You know what I mean? It's like, it's a lot of, it's the way a lot of people think in this world. And it's like, you know, and yeah, and then suddenly when it's a public holiday, so to speak, and you want to work on a public holiday, you know, or you want to backtest, you want to read some charts, you want to spend some time doing that. Some people are just like, what are you doing that for? Now, on that basis, if someone says something to you like, why are you doing that for? And they have a go at you basically for working too much and all that sort of stuff, even on a public holiday, so to speak. There is no public holidays, especially if you're an investor, a self-improvement person, right? Every day is a day to get better and better and better. So, what I do say is that sometimes it's their own fears and insecurities and doubts that's projecting onto you when they say, why are you doing that for? Why are you doing this for? Why are you doing that for? And it's because they're worried. And at deep down, they're worried that you're out there and you're making things happen and you're pushing forward and you're moving forward and you're making things happen and you're going to pull away from them, so to speak. You know what I mean? So they do whatever they can to keep you in their box. And sometimes that's hard because sometimes that's people around us that we love dearly, right? And they mean so much to us. But when they start to do and say things like that to us, it's like, come on, why are you saying this and why are you doing this, and so on and so forth. Sometimes it's hard, but it's those types of people that we have to sort of just step back a little bit from our lives, right? Especially if we have a deeper purpose and a deeper mission. So, and that's how, I guess the reason why I'm bringing that up is because that's actually happened in my life right now. Someone that I love dearly, in my life, has done that to me in the last couple of months. And it's just like, why are you trying to stop me from achieving my greatness in my life? So anyway, onwards and upwards. So let's go and have a look at silver and gold here right now. Let's see what's actually going on with silver and gold. Now, some of you guys say, show me the candlestick chart. John, show me the candlestick chart. I don't like the black chart. I just don't like it. Show me the candlesticks. Show me the candlesticks. I don't like that. You like the candlesticks, don't you? All right? Right. Now, so that's a good boy, John. Good boy, good boy, good boy. I like the candlestick chart. Keep the candlestick chart on. Not the black chart. I don't like the black chart. Keep the candlestick chart. I want to see the red and black. I want to see the red and green bars all the time. Oh, I want to get emotional about my trading. I want to see up and down. Guys, if you guys realize, I do whatever I can to remove the emotion as much as possible from the market. So that's why lately, especially lately, I've been using a black chart like this. Now, I trade basically, this is the chart. This is basically the chart that I use to trade. And I trade with something like this here. So this is basically the chart that I use to trade. I use to trade, should I say. So I'll use 2 moving averages and I'll use volume. You know what I mean? And I'm using the black bars. But for starters, what I like to do is I like to get a good view of what that market's doing. You know what I mean? So always go back to what the chart's doing, because even when you look at this chart here, right, there's a lot of stuff going on right now. Oh, it's above the moving averages, below the moving averages, all that. Even the volume at this particular time is just, it's not really giving us any guide. So we go to this chart here. Oh, I don't like the black bars. Put the candlestick chart on now so I can see the red and green bars, so I can say, oh, it's a red candle today, it's gonna go down. It's a green candle tomorrow, it's gonna go up. Do you know what I mean, guys? Like, for me personally, it's not about the up, it's not about the individual bars that's the most important. Now, yes, for entry purposes, yes, that's important, right? And we need to see that for entry purposes. But when we're trying to get a good gauge of what's happening right now in the markets, and trying to see what's going on and who's in control and so on and so forth, it's really important to bring back your chart like this here. You know what I mean? Like bring it back to this here so we can see what? Just a high, low, see what the market is telling us. And not, because some people get so caught up with, let me squeeze this right up. They get so caught up on what the individual bar looks like. Now, yes, that's key for an entry bar, an entry signal. But if you're trying to get a gauge and trying to read what the market is telling you, then all these red and green bars, what is that doing? If you think about it for a minute, right? What is that doing? It's clouding our judgment. Oh, well, it came down the bottom here and we had this like this reversal candlestick here, and you know, oh look, it popped up here in green candles, like oh, you know, and it's at this bottom here, triple bottom. We had this up candle here, so that means we should actually we should continue up, right? Like it's a big solid green candle. We should continue. Oh, reversal down. Oh, is that a bullish harami stingy ding 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 bing 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 bong bong? It's like, oh, you know what I mean? Like yes, that can help you. But the thing is, guys, is that we can't trade based on that alone. You know what I mean? The most important part is the market itself and the highs and lows and all that sort of stuff. So bring your chart back to this here, and bring it back to say the last 6 months, and then just view what the last 6 months is doing. So if we're looking at the market right now, we're looking at, so let's go back to here, all right? And we're looking at, and this is the silver price. What is really going on with silver right now? Well, it's really, what is it? It's sideways, isn't it? Really just sideways ranged. Now, what did I say on my last video about something that is channeling? Oh, it's called a channel projected target. A channel projected target. So, let's have a look at this here. If we do break down, now this is a daily silver chart here right now. So, if we do break down, if we break down, then we have a good chance of running. You can see where this is probably going to go to, right? It's probably going to go down to the bottom here, but let's just see where this projected is here. Bingo, right there. So, as you can see, right, we actually went sideways through here, and now we can see, right, if we do start to break out of this, now again, this is the daily chart here on silver. If we do start to break below this level 3 and we get a close below, then we know, okay, cool. And this is where we can go to the 3-month view, right? Even the 3-month view. Now we can see a bit closer view. It's like, oh, look, if we get a good solid candle breaking below this here, then that tells me we have now a real good chance of breaking back below here. If we don't, then we're probably going to race back up to this level up here, which is what? Which is actually, look at that. You can't make that up. You can't make that up. You can't make that up. Look at that. Resistance. Oh, resistance. Resistance. And a little bit of a up and down through there as well too. Look at that, spot on, right? The channel projected target. So we now have our areas, our ranges of where this is likely to go over the next short term. Now that's obviously on the daily chart, right? Short term. Let's go to the weekly chart here. And on the weekly chart, what do we still see here overall right now as we speak? What do we see here? And I know this is confusing, right? But the bigger picture is always the most important. We see a significant high low. And we still could see a significant higher low through here. As long as this low through here, as long as that low through here is not broken, then the buyers are probably going to keep raising their prices. But overall, who's really in control of silver right now? Lower high, higher low. Who's in control? No one, right? There's no one clearly in control on silver right now. So let's go have a look at gold. Let's see what gold's been doing. So for starters, what has gold been doing? Let's go back to again. Are we on the 6-month view there? We're in the 6-month view. So we can see, firstly, gold has been doing what? Gold has been had a nice little run to the high side. So it's having a bit of a pullback lately, right now, towards this level. And we can see that we have this major level of support through here as well too. That's happening. It's probably this whole area through here, isn't it? It's resistance, support, this whole area through here. Now we did run up and make a higher high, and now we come down. We could make a higher low through here as well too. And we did indeed start to break out of this level through here, didn't we? And we now broken up. Now overall, what is gold doing? Ah, can you see it? Ah, ding, 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 ding. We have a winner, right? Now, pretty much a channel there. Remember what we said before, right? Channel projected target. Measure from the high down to the low. Now, if we break out and we break below this channel here, then yeah, we could be heading down. We could be heading, and gold could be heading back down towards these levels through here. Or if it doesn't, we break up and out of this channel, then gold is probably going to race up to those highs up there. Now, that's the daily chart, right? So you can see what's happening through here, right? We're still compressing higher, and we're still in this sideways range. We still could hold this level and continue rolling back up. If we do, our first stop is probably 1400. If it starts breaking above this 1360, we get a nice, decent close above that level there. We did last time over here, so it'll be a bit of a caution bell, but if we, depending on the pattern, once it gets there. Now, what I mean by that, just so you can clarify that up, is that if we just go straight up like that, then it may reverse. But if we rally up, come back down, and hold there, and then break up, very, very powerful pattern, and then it's probably going to break up and continue rolling through there. So that's what I mean by depending on the pattern when it gets this resistance over there. But if we go to the weekly chart, I want to see if it's interesting. I want to see if this level through here is any resistance in the past. Squeezing up. Oh, look at that. That top line there, which was my channel projected target right there. Look at that. Smack on. You can't make this up. And smack on right there. You can't make this up. Right? Look at that. Major resistance back here and back in 2013. So that tells you what's going on with gold and silver. Right? So now we can see that that's what's going on right now. We're in a bit of a sideways range once again. 6-month view, sideways range. What's really going on? Do you see what I mean, guys? So can you see how I'm not worried about the up and down bars? I'm worried about what is the picture telling me? Because it's the picture. What is the overall market telling me? It's because it's the overall market that's going to give you the guidance of what's really going on. Not oh well, it's a big red down bar through here, so etc. You know what I mean? All this sort of thing. The most important part is to remove the emotion. And then look at that. Now, yes, if you want to start to identify some good candles, now you can go back to, say, this chart through here, squeeze it up, and now we can start to, you know, get a nice big up candle or so on and so forth through there. You know what I mean? So what I'll do is I'll go back to this chart through here, and I'll start to trade this chart through here. You know what I mean? But as you can see, right, I just did all that just from with nothing on the chart itself. And the more you can remove all that crap from the chart, you can clearly see what that market is telling you. And then now you can start to go from there as well too. Now, once again, guys, we did break out of this sort of, we did break out of this level through here. Now we may be finding a bit of support through. So it'd be really interesting to see what actually happens with gold this week. What do you guys think that's going to happen with silver and gold this week?